What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Check Swing Podcast with myself, and of course, the brains and brawn in the situation, my man, Coach Miguel Santa over there. What's going on, Coach?
Yo,
Welcome back. um, we got a fun little show together. A fun little show we have put together for you today. Um, of course, we are going to address the whole thing that Philly's been talking about the last few days. We are going to address the AJ Brown thing. We are going to give you our opinions or whatever you want to hear about it on it. If you want to hear about it, if you don't want to hear about it, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear about it. But stay with us anyway. Um, Philly's gearing up for the playoffs. Don't know if they're going to play yet, but it's going to be we'll get to it. And Miguel, I think you're going to like this because I got this from you. I have to credit you. I'm
uh-oh.
trying to find the best way to say it. So there were some teams in the NFL last week that kissed their sister. We'll get into that. We will get into that. But of course, before we get into that, I gotta ask my people how they been. So Miguel, how you been?
Man, I have been contemplating life, love, and the pursuit of
I'm
happiness.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt. I'm sorry. I know this was your moment, but when you started to say that, I thought you were about to say you were constipated.
Some 40-year-old ears, man.
Oh my goodness! I thought you were about to say I'm constipated, but okay.
It's like
Somebody's gonna clip that right there.
it's like on your Sunday show when Tara said at the end, I got an announcement to make, and I thought she was pregnant. I thought
We were all like, except for Goose and Terrica, but
Goose was just sitting
you,
there smacking
me,
like,
Ty was like, um, but yeah, I'm sorry. How you been, Miguel?
where did I leave off? Oh yeah, contemplating life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Um, I'm trying to find a way to like this generation of so-called young adults, teens, but it's getting so much harder by the day. Like, and there's so many laws in place. You can't like smack them. You could barely talk to them. You know what I mean? I just it's one. This is one of those days where, like, man, I wish there was a good day of legalized corporal punishment. But you know,
Like a purge.
yeah, and I don't need like a day or an hour, just like 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how you are. Okay. That's how you feel. That's great. That's how you been.
It's
Okay.
gonna be a fun show.
So I feel like we've been down this road before, Miguel, you and I. Um,
The Purge?
no.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting started with the
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
Stick with the
getting on
script.
with
Got
I'm getting on with the get on now. Um, I'm looking at the notes. I feel like we've been down this road before.
it. Which one?
Eagles off to a 4-0 start, winning games by ways that we some could consider luck, right? But I always say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. I don't always say that, but I do say that sometimes. Um, I don't believe in luck though. But we've both seen that this team is winning games. Would the proper term be in spite of itself? Proper phrase be in spite of itself?
In spite of themselves, yeah,
In spite of themselves?
yeah.
Because in all four games, you can point to like one or two things that happened that had they gone the other way, and we know it's the game of football, but had they gone the other way, like things that should have happened, not things that luckily could have happened. The Eagles season might be a whole different type of number. But 2 seasons ago, of course, Miguel, like people were saying, well, they're undefeated, they're winning the games, they're undefeated, blah, 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 came right off the heels of them losing the Super Bowl. And we all know what happened in that season. They went on, they were like 8-1 at some point, and then they they won one more game after that.
Well, they were 10-1 and I think lost like 4 or 5 in a row and limped into the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And well, anyway. Are you feeling like we're going down that road again, Miguel?
So I felt that way maybe after the first game. But then the second game, who did we even play the second game? Oh,
Chiefs.
okay. Chiefs. The Chiefs, the Chiefs, I expected it to be that close. I really did because defending Super Bowl, it's the Super Bowl rematch, and things are still kind of rusty. I thought that the Rams game, the second half, is the Eagles team that we know and love. You know what I mean? And the beginning of the first half of the Tampa Bay game. And then the second half came, and I know that wide receivers in the NFL since Jerry Rice has retired have been on more of the prima donna-ish side of things. I just saw too many things that were forced.
A lot of the top wide receivers.
Top wide receivers, yeah. But I saw a lot of things that were forced in the second. Like I get that you want to make people happy, but it's like it's almost like the prima donnas would rather have like 15, 20 catches a game and not win than to have 1 or 2 catches and be possibly some of the greatest of all time. Now, because now you look at it like, how did the Patriots win so many Super Bowls, right? And when you think about it, like the only receivers I ever remember from the Patriots was Edelman because he was the little guy, Amendola because he was another little guy. But they didn't even win with Randy Moss. And the only receiver that I think won anything was Deion Branch that won an MVP, and he wasn't even like a top 10 receiver.
Yeah, I can remember, and tell me if I'm wrong. I was remembering Deion Branch. Funny thing is, I didn't remember Amendola and Edelman. I didn't even remember that. I don't know how, but the other one I was remembering for whatever reason, probably because he played with the Eagles at one point, was Dante Stallworth.
Right.
And those were only two, and those are only two I could really think of. At the I'm Randy Moss, of course, but I was thinking outside of Randy Moss.
But the reason why I mentioned like Jerry Rice, because Jerry Rice is arguably the greatest receiver that ever lived, but he never. I mean, granted, he didn't have social media or anything like that, but he still never popped off when and granted, his quarterback was Joe Montana. But here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, Joe Montana was great, undefeated in the Super Bowls, but there were some seasons where, because I think they won 5 Super Bowls. I think it was 81, 84, 89, and 90, right? And so that was a long time in between the 84 and the 90 Super Bowl. And then I think the 5th Super Bowl was with Steve Young. But it's like there was a lot of losing in between those Super Bowls too. And yet they were still the greatest combination, Montana and Jerry Rice, that ever lived, Yeah. And I think about that with AJ Brown and Hurts, but The other thing was somebody had broken down. I saw a thing with Drew Brees. He was on one of those shows with Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith asked him flat out, like, "What do you see?" Da 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 da. And he said, first of all, I see that Jalen Hurts was forcing the issue on the play, like he's forcing passes and double triple coverage, shouldn't have done it. But he was like, if that's the case, then you're not really scheming for AJ Brown correctly. Because the other thing is too is that all right, they're double triple covering him. Don't throw it to him. Throw it to your open receivers. Then that'll make everybody think twice and start opening it up, and then AJ will be open. So I think sometimes the Eagles get into these ruts because they get hyper focused on one thing, and then they leave everything else on the hook. If that does that make sense?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like if they literally would spread the ball around a little bit more, AJ would actually be more open and have the monster half that he had, against the Rams 2 weeks
It's
ago.
like and here I am, an old head saying it. It's like playing somebody in Madden that wants to get the ball, that only has really one weapon,
Right.
and they go to that person all the time, and you realize, all right, this is what I got to do.
Right.
Those people never win. Um, well, they are 4-0.
Mhm.
They are 4-0.
But
They have the Broncos coming up this week.
let me. I just want to say this, get off my chest, because I think it's the sign of today's mentality, and I say that because I'm not gonna lie. I came into tonight kind of frustrated, like as a coach, because like it seems like this generation doesn't. They either don't have a damn clue or they can't read the damn room. You know what I mean? And I think that's the issue that's happening kind of sort of with AJ Brown. Like, you won a Super Bowl. You're 4-0 the year after winning a Super Bowl. You are a candidate, a contender to win yet another Super Bowl. And your selfish ass has to like say something to ruin the moment. Like, but it's not. It's and I wanted to like say like it's not just him. It's generational. Even the players, some of the players that I have coached recently, last couple of years, that's been the mentality. It's like, oh yeah, we do look good, but I still need my time to shine, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah, yeah. I can understand where you're coming from. Especially being a coach, like being coach. I I was thinking about like Sirianni, like, and obviously we've pretty much we're pretty much going into the subject of the AJ Brown tweet, right? We'll talk about that. But from a coach's perspective, we're both coaches. When you have the distraction, I guess, like, because let's put it like this: the AJ Brown tweet, and we'll put it up in just a moment. That single tweet kind of it overshadowed everything in Philadelphia this week. Let's put it like that. Like the Phillies are getting ready to play in the playoffs, so maybe maybe it would have played a little. Maybe it wouldn't have played as loud because the Phillies are have to buy.
Mhm.
But that's all. Like we really feel like you've been talking about the game. I haven't heard nothing about the Broncos. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've heard a few things about the Broncos, but nothing about no discussion about the game.
Mhm.
The media here has been all about the AJ Brown tweet.
Well,
And go ahead.
yeah, and I hate to say anything really about AJ Brown for the simple fact that we all know how the Philly media can be. And it's not even about who's right or wrong. It's about the story. It's about the entertainment value. It's about, something to write. It's about clickbait a lot of times. So I hate to like give, credence to or a credit to the Philly media, because I think it's the Philly media that actually have given Philly fans a bad name. Just because of the stuff that they rehash. And then you got millennials that are trying to write in Philadelphia, and they just need to be like kicked off of several bridges. Um,
You really feeling some type of way tonight.
I'm a little edgy, little edgy.
Mm.
But but yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do the first tweet, and I wanted to read a tweet that I actually did get confirmed that was actually deleted after it was posted. So
Okay. So okay, let's do that. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So let's do this. Y'all probably can't see that, right? Can't see the tweet there. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can. No, it doesn't make it any better. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. If you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way. That's what the tweet says. Okay. Um, Now, I'll be honest with you, Miguel,
mhm.
and I don't know why. I think I took the tweet a little when I first saw it. I took it. I didn't take it in the same way. I didn't completely take it in the same way that it seems everybody else did.
Mhm.
So the only part that kind of threw me was
Mhm.
the very first part. If you're not welcome,
Mm.
and this is a scripture. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a scripture he posted, or like a variation of
Yeah.
a scripture.
Mhm.
And the "you're not welcome" part was the one part that was like that had me feeling like pretty much everybody else, but the rest of it not listened to, which made me feel like maybe he's saying something nobody's listening to him. Quietly withdraw, and I felt like that's what he was doing. Because when you see him on the sideline, you don't see him doing what we've seen other receivers do that have not been getting the ball in the game.
Mhm.
He's kind of sitting to himself. He's not isolated. He's sitting with people, but he's just kind of in his own space.
Well,
And
and remember, and I think I had pointed out after the Rams game, there was a video of actually Hurts getting in, not in his face, but they were having a very passionate conversation. Him and Kevin Palauto, the
Patulo.
Patulo, bless you, um, the offensive coordinator. Like, we got to get stuff going. We got to, like, he was really. I never seen him that animated with a coach. Like, he looked almost like indignant, and then you saw what happened. So, you know.
Yeah, and with this tweet kind of. Oh, did you have the tweet up there the whole time?
Well, this is the other. This is the
Oh, this
response
other
to.
one. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the other one. So yeah, we can post that when we start talking about that.
So, but before we go to what you
Mm-hmm.
we'll play the video of when AJ Brown actually met with the media today. He met with the media for the first time because he didn't speak to the media after the game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his first time talking to the media since before the game on Sunday, and since he posted that what people are saying is a cryptic tweet. Yeah, cryptic tweet. So here we go.
Sunday after the game, I let my frustrations boil over. I didn't speak to the media. I had a chance to correct my frustrations, and I continue to let it boil over. That's on me. I take full accountability on that, posting that. My message on Twitter wasn't directed at anyone in the building. Not my coaches, not my quarterback, my GM, nobody. Like I said, I take full accountability. I have an open communication with all my coaches and with my quarterback as well. Me and my coaches, KP, Nick, we discuss weekly about trying to get this thing on the same page. So yeah, here we go. Go ahead.
What are your frustrations?
I think it's normal to have frustrations because of the standard that we hold ourselves to, and we have a lot of talent on offense, and to be honest, defense and special teams have been low-key carrying us, and it's just like we need to clean up what we need to clean up and get on the same page, and and play to the ability that we say that we can and be who we are called to be. So it's a standard that we preach, and so it's easy to have that frustration. I think it's fair to have that frustration, but like I said, I just can't let that boil over. So
based on the content of that tweet, it seemed like maybe you were feeling like you weren't being listened to. Is that the case, or is that not the case?
No, again, like I said, the tweet wasn't directed at anyone because I am listened to. Like I said, I have an open communication with my coaches, Nick, KP. I talk all the time with those guys. Nick FaceTime me on Monday when I'm out in the building. This is like a every weekly thing, That's the relationship that we have. So that's not the case at all. So
Sunday. All right, so that was his address to the media, and it kind of started with a statement. It didn't start with a question. He started with a statement. Do you? I didn't think about it earlier. Do you think the team made him do that, or maybe gave him kind of guidance him what to say?
See, I thought about that, but I don't think he's the type of player that could.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's the type of player that could say that with a straight face,
knowing that it didn't come from him.
If it didn't come from him,
seems
right?
Like he seems to be. I don't know, so it seems to be a pretty straightforward person.
Right, and hearing that, even for the first time, it's like I'm glad he addressed it and he took accountability for it, which is the scary part nowadays is like seeing like what Shedeur Sanders did, where he mimed his responses to interview questions in Cleveland about I think they benched Joe Flacco, and there was somebody had asked him, so what are your thoughts about XYZ? And he literally just, and I'm like, this is what we're doing? The whole interview.
Yeah, see that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find it. But it's like, that's what we're doing. But AJ Brown's response, I like the response, but I can't gather that it's something that was manufactured by the higher ups to make him say something like that.
I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that.
It's like the vibe isn't there for that to me. Like some players, you could tell, well, No, he was like, listen, that was my bad. I was. I hope that's the case. Hello.
You froze up for a sec, but
can you see my?
You're frozen on the screen right now. But it's just it's funny. It's funny seeing you. Like, hold on, let me see something. Nope, that didn't change anything.
All right, hold on a sec.
You wanna go ahead and drop out and come? This is live.
No, I do not.
Do.
Hold on.
All right, but you just frozen on the screen. It's gonna be funny when you look back at this. When you go back and watch this.
I know. Well, we got to make a yearly blooper. What the crap?
But with all that being said, I'm glad he addressed the media and didn't, leave it just hanging out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He manned up. He faced the cameras and he said what he had to say. Um, with that being said, would it be? Is it going to be corny when if they try to throw the first ball to AJ Brown? Like, I mean that'll be kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, yeah, it will be, but it's like, I mean, well, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. It's just a matter of how he reacts, how he responds.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I'll come out and try to. I'll come back out and come back in. I'll be right back.
okay, all right. So while you're doing that, of course, we were talking about the whole AJ Brown situation with the Eagles, with them having this game coming up with the Bucks, and like really, there just hasn't been a whole lot of talk about the Bucks, about the actual game that's happening. Miguel, can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. I'll keep him. I'll keep him there. But yeah. So back to the lecture at hand. With this team, this team. I said the Broncos. They have the Broncos coming up. But this Broncos team coming up, they got a pretty good defense, man. They got pretty good defense. There's a lot of guys that they may not be household names, but they get to the quarterback. So there's a lot to be talked about in this game, and we're going to talk about it when Miguel gets his stuff together. But with all that being said, let me give y'all the number 669 because I haven't given it out yet. 669-275-0548. That is the number to call. Of course, you can leave your comments in the chat. And also you can text us at 484-606-6061 as Miguel has returned. You all right there, buddy?
Yes, sir. I think I just bumped into something and it just knocked it loose because the light went out and it started making like, rotary phone noises. I'm like, what the crap is this?
Oh, geez. You got to be careful. You got to be more careful. So, I have to give you the first one of these then. You big dummy. I just have to give you one of them. Let's move on just a bit. Actually, you have some videos, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say let's oh wait a minute, hold up. But you had the other tweet. I forgot you had the other stuff.
So to put it into context, before let me set it up. So earlier today, lifelong Eagle Seth Joyner had comments about AJ's behavior. So this tweet, which has since been deleted, this was actually posted sometimes around 7:45. So it says, to Seth Joyner, the audacity of you telling someone to do their job. My stats every year backs that up that I'm doing mine. How about you do your job and call out the BS, but you won't because they're paying you. So you have to play along and be a good boy. These old heads can be a trip, boy. Since deleted. So. I don't know how he's going to address that tomorrow. And let this be a lesson learned to the young folks out there that, sometimes you have to be a little bit quicker on the draw, or just don't post stupid stuff. Don't post emotional posts. They always come back to bite you. It's dumb stuff.
It is dumb, but I kind of want to know what he's talking about as far as
Well, so the only when I looked at the Seth Joyner post, it just made comments to like, you should be concentrating on what's on the field. You're 4-0. Like, there's nothing for you to complain about.
It says something about calling out the real BS that's going on.
So I think he said it in something else. There's underlying things But unless he calls it out directly and names, everything else is left up to conjecture. So
I don't want to see no online battle between Seth Joyner and AJ Brown. I wonder where the deletion came from. Is that a word? Deletion? Is that a word?
yeah, it is. Deletion is actually a word.
Okay, cool. But you have a video for us. And before we talk about the Phils, we're gonna check out this video.
To put a break in the action.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a little break in the action. Uh-oh. Ooh, I gotta give him this too. You big dummy. I gotta give him both.
You gotta give him.
I gotta give him both. Cause, bruh,
he was confident.
Let me just say this. I don't really know. I guess that's called bullfighting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what he was doing. I don't really know nothing about bullfighting, right? But that's the first time I ever realized that there was more than one bull in the thing. Bro, you turn your back on the other bull? Like, how are you not? And like I said, I don't know nothing from nothing, but how are you not? Anyway, how are you not? Anyway, that's, I guess that's like a person being in a lion den. What was even the bull in Vegas had a little situation. Let's talk about the Phillies. Let's talk about the Phillies. I didn't want to go there, but you know what I'm talking about. Phillies gearing up for the playoffs, right? Back to playoffs is this fourth straight year, fourth straight year.
Fourth, yeah.
And it's always an exciting time. Excuse me, let me take a little sip of my.
You all right there?
There we go. And it's always an exciting time in Philadelphia. They call it Red October. I'm assuming in Cincinnati they call it that too, but they call it Red October. And I don't know. Philly goes nuts. Like Philly goes nuts for Red October. Like it, people call. I got friends out of town that talk about it's Red October. I'm like, man, like okay, that's what we call it. Excuse me, Red October. But it's a fun time. Like it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling than when the Eagles are in the playoffs. It's a different feeling than when the Sixers in the playoffs, Flyers in the playoffs. It's almost become like in a very short time a culture, and it's kind of started with the Jimmy and Chase and them, and now kind of has come back to this team. But I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. I'm sorry. They're gearing up for the playoffs, and they had the inter squad game tonight. And I don't know what they had, the Phillies against the Fightins. They had two different teams. I don't have the lineups. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber were not on the same team. I did see that Bryce hit a home run. I saw that Bryce hit a home run in the game. The swing looked good. Good job. Miguel, how are you feeling about? Oh, and it was sold out too.
Yeah, I was going to say
31,000 tickets. How do you feel about the bye? Them having the bye, having the inter squad game, having one inter squad game because they're only going to do one, at least that we know of. and going into they would play Sunday, right? Sunday.
Saturday, they said either 6:08 or 6:38. One of the two
Yeah,
times.
like that's very interesting. That's so very interesting to me. Like
Mhm.
either 6:08 or 6:38.
Yeah, I think it depends on if one of the West Coast teams makes it or doesn't. It's weird.
And I also think it may have something to do with the Yankees and the Red
Oh,
Sox too.
yeah, I can res out. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So your feelings on that, Miguel?
Well, other than Zach Wheeler, they're almost just about fully healthy. Um, but I'm liking. I feel better than I did last year. I will say, and I think part of that is to the fact that we have a closer.
I think you hit that thing again, Miguel. Pause.
Phrasing.
I think you did it again. Oops,
I
you
did
did.
it. I did that crap again. All right. So yeah, I think I like
I'm
the
gonna just take
prospects.
you. Go ahead, keep talking.
I think I like the prospects. Depending on who we play. At least the one team that I was kind of nervous about was the Brewers, just because they're kind of put together. But I don't see anybody else that terrifies me. Even the Dodgers. Um, the reigning world champions. They don't scare me. They don't look like last year. So
Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely give you that. The Dodgers don't look like last year, and they're actually down 2-0 right now to the Reds. It's only the second inning, it's bottom second inning, so
yeah.
they could tie the score up.
I'm
They
gonna
look
come
like
out.
world beaters last night, though. They look like
Yeah,
world beaters
they
last
did.
night. Um,
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave and come back in.
All right. The Dodgers looked a little scary last night. They looked like a team that was ready to compete. They woke up when the playoffs came. Maybe they got bored with the regular season, as some people will say happens with some dynasty type teams. They get bored with the regular season, and when the playoffs come, they kind of flip that switch. It's hard to flip that switch. Like we said, they're down 2-0 to the Cincinnati Reds right now. But if the Dodgers win tonight, the Phillies will be playing the Dodgers in the next round of the playoffs. And I'm trying to see. And tonight they had their inter squad game, and we do know that R. Dot did go to the game tonight. What is that? Is that you? Oh, there he is.
Hold on. All right, we're good now.
No, we're not. Oh, yes, we are. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Sorry, I threw my camera across the room.
All right. That was okay. All right. I forgot what I was even saying.
You said R. Dot went to.
He went to the inter squad game tonight. He actually said he caught a ball. He got a ball.
Nice.
I think he said he caught a ball from Harrison Bader.
Nice.
I think that's what he said. I could look at the tweet.
Did you catch it on the fly?
I could look at the text, but I'm not gonna
Let's
do
see
that
how he
right
caught it. See if he caught it on the fly.
now. But yeah, so they had the bye, they had the inter squad game. How do you feel like that is? Do you think that's sufficient? Because they'll
Yeah.
play. What is it? Saturday or Sunday? They'll play. I forgot what
Saturday.
we. Saturday.
Well, let me
So
look.
they played today and they won't play again until Saturday.
Right. Let me look at the official schedule that they posted. Because the last I saw, it was Saturday.
I hope. I hope Walker
Well, so
Buehler.
we
ahead.
do play the winner between Cincinnati and LA.
Yeah. Yep. I hope that that home run Walker Buehler gave up to Bryce doesn't do anything to his confidence. Don't worry about it, Walker as Bryce.
Right.
Maybe you served it up to give something for the fans.
So they play Saturday and Monday. They're off Sunday. So
Oh yeah, this year the National League gets that day off, that one day off. Yeah, that switches. I just found out that switches every year. The AL had it last year. This year, the NL gets it. Do you think it's beneficial to have that game?
Definitely.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you think it's beneficial? Do you think it's harmful? And I know we've answered this before, but do you think it's harmful for them to have the bye and only playing? They're playing themselves, but the intensity isn't. It's not the same. It's not a team trying to really beat you. It's a team trying to beat you, but it's not a team trying to beat you for their, for their
But
legacy.
but I think at this point it's about staying warm, getting reps in. You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, I think I'm okay with it. Because you do
I like.
you do need the rep. Having the game reps is definitely better than just like swinging randomly in the cage.
Yeah.
Because having that because even if you're practicing, but you're practicing against another pitcher doing live ABs, you have that you have that kind of blood somewhat pumping. I mean, you don't have necessarily the crowd, although they did do that, which is a strategic thing.
Mhm.
Um, having the crowd there, getting used to that kind of buzz, I think definitely does help. Will help.
And they will
Is
have
it-
the home field in the next round. Go ahead.
Right, because they did the same thing last year, but it wasn't open to fans. So
Yeah, because they actually had Topper on radio this morning. They had one last year, like you said, it wasn't open to fans because they decided to do it too late, so they couldn't get everything. I
mhm.
guess whoever the companies are, maybe Aramar, I don't know, to get people down there to get the work in and all like that, the security and all everything that they would need to have at an event. So luckily, this year, gratefully this year, they were able to do it, and I hope it works out well. I also think it could be a little strategic too. Like you get guys some reps that may not see the reps necessarily Saturday, or should I say you let guys rest that are going to see the reps on Saturday, and you get guys reps that may not see action Saturday, or you may give them a little action Saturday, knowing that not playing again until Monday. So that strategy as far as your pitching rotation, it comes into play with this inter squad game. So I really think that's part of their strategy in that, and whatever team that may do, I think is all part of that strategy. Um, your pitching rotation after Nola pitched last week or a few days back, whatever it was. I was about to text you and say Nola might have just pitched his way into the 4-man rotation, being that he had a perfect game going through 5 and all like that. But your 4-man rotation, what would it be? Um, I guess starting on Saturday, or I'm not even going to go that detailed into it. I just want to say, what would your 4-man rotation be? Silence.
Because you know how I feel about Nola, and now it's the playoffs, and usually this is when we see who he really is, and he hasn't changed the last 3 years, even in the World Series. So I don't know what's supposed to change. Um, I would even think about maybe even doing Walker Bueller first, doing the Walker, yeah, the Walker Bueller combination, but starting Bueller first, and
With
then
Nola,
having
Walker, and Nola, you're saying?
yeah,
I could see that. I could see doing that, or even a Nola Ranger situation where you go Nola 3 to 5 innings, go to Ranger in long relief. Hopefully, he can go another 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, another 3 innings, and
hmm
then you probably still may have him later on. May on a Monday, you only have him throw him 3 innings. That's like a bullpen.
Right.
and he's available for Monday. If the situation calls for it, I would go Nola because he's been good. He's been okay once or twice through the order. Third time through the order, that's when he gets a little. That's when he's been getting shaky historically. So I would go. I would take him out, put Ranger in the fourth or fifth inning. Let Ranger go in long relief, and then shut it down with Duran if the situation calls for it. Other guys you can start regularly: Sanchez, Luzardo, um, Sanchez. I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Oh, and Ranger. You can still start
Ranger.
Ranger. You can end up starting Ranger that Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it'll be. What you think about that?
I like it.
I knew you would because you're smart. You're a smart coach.
Oh,
You're a smart coach. Wow, the time's flying. So, just to follow the notes. I know you're going to enjoy this. The Mets choked. They had the best record in baseball in June, right? July, June, something like that.
and then the worst record.
They fell apart. Mets fell apart.
I wasn't. Let me see.
I can't say I'm not unhappy about it, or I'm not happy about it. I can't say that
unhappy about it.
I can't say that I'm not happy about it. Yeah, I was trying to say it right the first time. As I comb my beard, let me stop because I lost the word that fast. Want to be my caption? You know how they do the caption.
Right. I was trying to see, did I want to post any pics about
and I was
because
trying to stop you doing that.
that would be throwing shade in the fire, but these are a couple of my favorites.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Yes, that one was interesting, and I didn't catch who won the. I'm gonna assume the Yankees won that. Oh, I don't know. It was tied up. Who won that? Who won the Yankees game?
So I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that. And then this was the. Let me go to my other. This one is actually my favorite.
Oh, I haven't seen this one. Let me see.
The Philly fanatic with Mrs.
It
Matt.
took me a second.
He's like,
It took me a second because what threw me was she had the Phillies jersey on, so it threw me. But oh man, I like that one. I like that one. That's fun. That's the first time I saw that one. That is funny. I'm kind of mad the Fanatic's legs are his legs red? His legs no, he always has on socks with him stirring.
No, it's green and he always has the big sock. Yeah, that's a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Go ahead, Philly Fanatic. Because you know what? They can't really do that. They can't really return the favor on that one because Mrs. Fanatic looks
exactly like
exactly like a Philly Fanatic who looks like a monster from Galapagos, which is what he's supposed to be.
Right.
You have another. So what we got here? Is there introduction? Or I just throw it right on it?
You can throw it right on. This is just a crazy play.
The 0-1 home. A bunt shown. He pulls it with him up the first baseline. Assad fields on the tip of his glove. He bobbles. He kicked it to first. Oh, my goodness. Javier Assad. Holy cow. He fielded on the tip of his glove, and then he kicked it to first when he bobbled it. You have got to be kidding me. Wow. I have never seen that.
Whoa, that was good. That was good. I'm impressed. That was impressive. That was impressive.
I love
Because
the
that's hard. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if a soccer player would be like, "Oh, that was easy though." But I'm impressed.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
I like their jerseys. It was like I don't know about the checker pattern, but I like the
Yeah,
color.
that was kind of weird. That might have been their City Connect jersey or something.
Mm.
I don't know. Okay, so throw this one on there.
Yeah. The caption is "Gotta retire after this."
Ooh. Ooh. Can I see that again? Because I saw it, but I didn't see it.
I think it's queued back up. Go ahead. Can you play it again? All right, let me. I know what to do. Here we go. I'll repost it.
My fault. Live show, guys.
There you go.
This is what we do when we don't when we do stuff we didn't plan on doing. Here we go.
He looks like he outweighs him by like 100 pounds and is like 2 feet taller than him.
Yeah, yes.
It
Yes.
it didn't seem fair.
You know, I know it's messed up, but you know the music that comes on when they I don't know, is it when they show the dogs they be all hungry and abused, or is it the kids or something? You know that song, that little soft music that plays in the background. That music came into my head when they showed the still frame of him like this. Yes, that one, yes, that music came to my head when I saw it. It was just like,
With the Sarah McLaughlin and the abused dogs, the malnourished dogs in Africa.
I feel so bad because obviously I hope that wasn't middle school, but that had to be high school, right? But I don't know if he was just small or if the other kid was real big, but
Both. He was really small. He
I
was
feel
really big.
I feel like it said you got to retire after this, and I feel like that's probably true. Like, you're having fun and go ahead, continue to play because you're having fun, but I would have to surmise that there's no future in this for you if that happens to you in high school. I like there's no shot. I don't think there's a shot. And watch like 20 years from now, he'd be like a Super Bowl MVP and this
Right.
clip stays. But I don't think there's a shot, man.
No.
I'm sorry. Try a different sport. You look like you kind of fast. Run track. Run track.
He was motivated by the Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, it may be. But I'm sorry, fella. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
All right, there's another one here.
So this one is it's in a different language, but based on the reaction, you can kind of tell what happens. But it's a classic case of poor sportsmanship.
Okay, here we go.
Болельщиков Спартака. Что там, Матиас Перес. Смотрим еще раз. Подкат и дальше. Максименко! Тачдаун! Бубенчики! Это нельзя! Так нельзя! Это красная должна быть. Да.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, do they say that in other countries when like something?
I've never heard it.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Touchdown. Excuse me. running out of breath. Oh, okay. All right.
That's all we got.
Real quick, the Cowboys and the Packers kissed their sister on what was that Sunday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday night. They played to a tie. It was there was a lot of hype behind that game, and for it to end in a tie, I feel like Jerry Jones got his payback on the rest of the football world for that one. I feel like he got his payback on us for saying everything we said about him about with the Michael Parsons thing. So yeah, I'm gonna hype this game up. We're gonna get this game all hyped up, and it's gonna end in a tie. To hell with y'all. That's probably how he said it. I'll keep it at that. I was about to say, are you pranking me today? Are you stumping me?
Yeah.
Let's see
Of course I am.
Let's see what we got. Three-time Pro Bowler, one-time Super Bowl champion. Looks like he played for the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he played for the Washington team, whatever they may have been at the time when this person played for them. Am I correct?
Yes.
It looked like he may have also played for the. Trying to think of who else is that color, but I can't think.
The team the Eagles just played?
How about I say Tampa Bay?
Yes, correct.
Tampa Bay. Because whatever iteration of that jersey. Then it looks like the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the Rams of St. Louis or the Rams of L.A.
The Rams of L.A.
Then the Raiders of L.A., Oakland, or
the Raiders of Las Vegas.
And the Ravens.
Correct.
So he doesn't have to be still playing now, but he's played in this. There are people in the league now that played with this person.
Yes.
And is this the order in which these teams that they played for?
Surely.
One-time Super Bowl champ. I'm trying to think if this person won a Super Bowl with one of the other teams. And I'm trying to think. Washington, Tampa Bay, maybe the Rams. But I don't know if he played for Vegas though.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
And I feel like he was a Pro Bowler more than 3 times as well. Is it Deshaun Jackson? It's got to be because you haven't said no yet. So would he won a Super Bowl with the Rams?
Yep. But remember, he was injured.
Yeah.
And then traded, and then I think re-injured again or something to that effect. So
didn't he retire Eagle? He came back to the Eagles to retire.
Yeah, after he attempted a comeback with the Ravens.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about because you know what? I don't remember. I just for whatever reason I don't remember him with the Raiders.
So that happened after he was traded there after his stint with the Rams.
He was traded there.
Was he traded there? No, I think he signed with the Rams, and then he was traded to Baltimore. One or the other, but either way.
Okay, yes, the Yankees did win. I did see them take the lead. I forgot about that. So the Yankees did win tonight. So there will be a game 3, a deciding game 3, right? Because it's the best out of 3, right?
Best out of 3 in the same city.
Oh, so they don't even go to Boston.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
That's the advantage you have of being in this part of the wild card.
Another wrinkle. Hold on, let me,
And that's why you can start the next round on Saturday. Because if it's Mars
because
Thursday,
they didn't go. They didn't
they
go
get the
anywhere.
day off Friday and then they can travel. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Cincinnati won't be seeing home unless they end up moving on to the next round. Interesting. I don't know why I didn't know that. Maybe because most of the games always end in 2. I don't know. I didn't know that. See, you teach me something every time, every show. And by the way, that's 3 in a row for me, right?
Yes.
Thank you for making them a little bit easier. Because but there's always a little wrinkle. That Super Bowl threw me off. The Super Bowl threw me off. I was like, did he win? There's only one team that he
I was gonna be stupid and be like, oh, he started off his career on special teams, which is technically true. Remember, he was a punt returner when he first started with the Eagles.
Yeah, but give me another special teamer, because you tried it last week.
I'm gonna try to get a punter at some point.
Oh, you won't crush me with that. So, Sean Landetta we had at one point. Chris Bonyo we had at one point.
I forgot about Sean Landetta.
What was my man from Australia? What was his name?
Oh man, didn't he get plastered the one time?
Probably, but he used to lay people out too. I can't think of his name, but it doesn't matter. You'll probably use it to stump me next week because I can't remember his name and I won't remember his name.
Sav Rocca.
Sav Rocca, yes, Sav Rocca, because he was an Australian rules football player. So, all right, well, we're gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us here on the Check Swing Podcast with myself and of course Coach Santa. We are going to see y'all next week when the Phillies have started their playoff run. All right. Just in case y'all was wondering, you all right, man?
Yeah, I just found out my best player is out for the season. Broke his thumb last night.
Damn.
So appropriate.
We'll talk to y'all next weekend.
Well.
Until we meet again.